Okay, we are live. We are live. Yes, thank goodness we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful epic peeps. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. If you are blessed to be in the Northeast, it's absolutely gorgeous outside. Feels like it's going to be a top 10 day for me anyway, as far as the weather. I hope it is for you too, as far as the weather and everything else that you experience today in your life. I'm so grateful to be here. For those that are just hopping on or that don't know who I am, my name is Samantha, and I am the co publisher and co creator of EPIC. EPIC stands for Empowering People, Inspiring Community. And EPIC Tri County CT is this beautiful, multifaceted platform for positive media, for inspirational and educational information. We're a resource of all good, okay? Whether it has to do with your health, your spirituality, your spiritual journey, sustainability, our great Mother Earth. That is EPIC's mission, is to be a resource for you and our community. And we come forth every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Scratch that generally every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 with an epic interview, bringing people from the community that we are connected to and that we know have a message to share with you. So my guest today, who I'll bring on in a few minutes, is Reverend Sally Knuckles. She's a teacher, a mentor, and a friend. I'll go into that a little bit further in a few minutes because I do need to acknowledge another very important person that's part of this whole mission and this whole resource called EPIC, and that is Lisa. Lisa is the co-creator and co-publisher, and she's always working behind the scenes to make everything happen that you see, whether it's our beautiful print publication, our social media outlets, EPIC interviews, none of this, the events that we attend, the events that we host, none of it would be possible without Lisa. So I want to give a shout out to her too. She had a birthday last week, so happy birthday, my friend. And yeah, so guess what? You could see a little different background, and that is because in the past 3 to 6 minutes, I'd say, I had to completely change the room I was in, the background that I had, and literally just remake a studio. So this is what you get. Lisa, I have to disclose something. The magazine that I had all marked up about our events is in the other room. So help me out with the announcements that we had planned on making. First being tonight, very important tonight, there is a speaker series sponsored by and hosted by Annie Garland Enterprises. Lisa will put the name in the comments of the talk, but I believe this is free. Lisa, if you could post it, this is a really powerful speaker series. I know Robin Clare is going to be a guest with Annie Garland. A lot of different people are going to be there. So great networking opportunity. Join Annie Garland Enterprises to attend their event, AnnieGarlandEnterprises.com. All right. This is all from my memory, peeps. So hang in there with me. What else do we have going on this week? We have on Sunday, the Spiritual Activism group will be hosting a speaker. I'll have Reverend Sally speak on that. We also wanted to mention that coming up in June, Ellen Palmer Wellness is going to be sponsoring I believe it's a spring rebound or something. Lisa, save me on this one too, but you want to check out Ellen Palmer Wellness. She is such a super lady, very, very wise, and has what it takes to get you back on track with your health. That is just a few of the announcements that you can find always on our website, epictricountyct.com, and you can go into the events section. There, you can look at all the events and go right to the person's website that is hosting it. All right. So that is so cool. Tomorrow, I'll be on. I want to say this too. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm going to have a message from our animals. We're going to have an archangel message. And I'm also going to be sharing with you one of my favorite SEO, which is the Sacred Essential Oils recipes. So that's going to be tomorrow for our epic interviews. You have me. But today, right now, I'm getting ready to bring forward Reverend Sally Knuckles. And I always start with a little story of how I encountered Reverend Sally. And that happened to be in Roanoke, Virginia at United Metaphysical Church's seminary. I think I was about a year into my program, probably before I met Reverend Sally. And I can remember sitting in the cafeteria, and here comes a presence. She has a presence about her that when she enters a room, you can feel it. The energy, the vibration, and the smile. Okay. So in she comes. And I actually have to tell you, Reverend Sally, I never shared this with you. I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh, that's Reverend Sally Knuckles. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to, I kind of stood back, and it took me probably a year to warm up and get enough courage to actually start, you know, communicating with Reverend Sally. And now, 5 years later, she's my mentor, she's my teacher, she's my friend. She is still a strong presence. She's a beautiful, 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 beautiful spiritual activist. And I am so grateful that that moment of intimidation that I felt was actually the step, the energy that moved me forward to be with Reverend Sally. And that's what we are today. We are with Sally Knuckles, Reverend Sally Knuckles from Spiritual Activism Group, U.M.C. And here she is. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
And thank you so much for that introduction. It was
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I don't know if I ever told you that, Reverend Sally. And Jennifer Tanneman, who I hope is watching now, our beautiful Jen. Jen can attest to that, because I called Jen and I'm like, Jen, I don't know. I don't know if Reverend Sally likes me. And she's like, oh, she's a sweetheart. And so, yeah, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have you now as my mentor and my teacher, and a friend and a part of EPIC and all that. So I know a little bit about you. Can you tell our viewers that are watching now and that'll watch later, who's Sally Knuckles? How did you get to who you are today?
Yeah. It is an interesting story how metaphysicians enter their walk, and it's usually out of tragedy or death, to tell you the truth, out of the understanding of that process, and also confusion in life, from especially straight road theology. So I grew up to explain that, and knew there had to be something more. And through life's movement, I lost all of my family. Out of the tragedy of that, I had the greatest gift of my life. I was living on the outskirts of North Carolina and discovered Roanoke, U.M.C, United Metaphysical Churches, and went there a weekend, very skeptical. And it was amazing. It was on Valentine's Day, and we got snowed in and had to stay 2 more days. And this gentleman who ran the place said, "You all stay here, we'll feed you." And I thought, "What's this going to cost?" Nothing.
Yeah, right.
And then I thought, when are they going to start passing the plate? When do they hit me up? Nothing. And I had to venture further in, and actually I went in to bust them, to prove this stuff was a hoax. And the greatest gift of my life, through these tragedies and finding truth at United Metaphysical Churches, and especially with Reverend Reed Brown, he really saved my life in giving me the knowing that life is continuous. And I'm having a ball. I mean, it is the most satisfying thing to do, and to see people like you who are already successful on the path come into this with even more seeking, and the excitement people receive from knowing there's a way to find peace. So it has given me more than I've given it. And I meet people like you, and it's amazing. And we've developed spiritual activism. I want to finish the story on the Outer Banks. I was living on the Outer Banks and I had no place to go to study metaphysics. And someone told me, start your own group. And Reverend Brown recommended a book, and there I went.
Yep.
So it is very fulfilling, and it's a lot of fun.
Reverend Brown, I've called him Papa Brown before. Very, very important to me in my journey, also. And skeptical. Also, the first time I walked in, I recently wrote about it in the Soul Connections newsletter that is geared towards students of metaphysics in our seminary. But me too, I wanted to run out of there so quickly. And in turn, it has been the one of the most beautiful blessings in so many ways. Mainly what you said, that there is a way to claim our peace and to experience peace, and a knowing of that continuum of all life here and hereafter. Um, just opens so many doors. So, Reverend Sally, you're a past life therapist, you're a hypnotherapist for behavior modification, you're a clairvoyant, you channel Eagle Bear, all the metaphysical counselor, and you are a mentor, very, very active in the seminary program. Lisa's sharing how everybody in our group here that's watching now and later can find you. Can you tell us a little bit first about the spiritual activism group? How did that come together for you? I know you gave us a little bit at the beginning, but it's really growing, Reverend Sally, and the services you offer. I'd love for everybody to know about them.
Um, I too have a partner that is very important to me, as yours is, Marina Schackhauer Haber. Um, I'm in West Palm Beach, and moved down here to participate in Palm Beach Physical Church. That church closed, and Marina met at church, and we both knew that there was a hole to fill with that church closing. So one day we were talking, and I said, we got to do something, especially in the time of COVID, because it has been such an evolutionary time for metaphysicians. So you know that something, you have to have something to plug into. So we decided on a Thursday to do it Sunday at 12:15. I was the first person, and I think Reverend Brown was about the third or fourth person. And the momentum build. We average around 30 people a week. And it is, and they're metaphysicians, they're seekers at very many different levels. So you don't have to try to open to receive. They are ready to receive, and the presenters are top notch all over the world. That's the beauty of Zoom. From Ireland, England, Germany, and a lot from here. We just had an Akashic record reading every Sunday, free, 12:15, and Marina and I present every month, and Reverend Diane Reese, who is doing a lot of work with the Bible in reference to the goddess. But faiths are accepted, and we love to hear about different journeys and different practitioners. It's just amazing. And we have, I teach mediumship development. Also, have the circle once a month. Marina has programs going on. It is an active Zoom event, and it is with some of the highest vibrational people. It's amazing. So we fulfilled the gap in COVID, and we're still moving on. So thank you for asking about that. You can see how much I love it. I learned so much.
Absolutely. And I think that's what's important to touch on is the accessibility that we have to the spiritual activism group and other Zoom communities. And even as we begin to all reemerge, we are forever grateful for the connection and the education that we've had through this situation, that we can all log on together and talk and connect. And it's a palpable energy. When I first logged on to the spiritual activism group, and it was for a beautiful lady, she was a medium. Forgive me, I can't remember her name right now, but I was really, really, I guess, impressed with the quality of content, the accessibility to the speaker and everybody else, and the collective knowledge that just blew me away. And to know that it's being done on a love offering basis, that nobody is turned away. So definitely everybody, I've shared the website down here. Also, you can see Reverend Sally and the Spiritual Activism Group contact information on our website, in our magazine. I'm constantly putting up posts about each Sunday. Tomorrow, no, is it Thursday night? Thursday night, you're going to be doing the circle, right? With Eagle Bear.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So, and Reverend Sally, that is Reverend Sally's protector guide, Eagle Bear. And everybody gets a message. Everybody gets a message. So if you have any doubts, log in, contact Reverend Sally using the information we have, and talk to her. Because if you have any doubts or there is any apprehension, this is the woman who can put you at ease about it. And the whole metaphysical, oh my goodness, it blows. I love metaphysics. I love divine metaphysics. Absolutely changed my life, which brings me to our next topic I'd like to touch on is that community there in Roanoke. What is your role there now at U.M.C and seminary and the changes that we've gone through with COVID and beyond? Can you tell us a little bit?
Yes. I took over as head of the seminary department right before COVID. And it was so necessary for me as a person who really cares about that program that it continued. So Zoom, it just was amazing. And we started out we do about 4 sessions a year. Start out, I think, with 8 or 9 students. We had 20 the last time. I would like to it's in July. The next seminary is in July. So I'm trying to get back to your question without getting into what the meat of the seminary, which I love. But we needed to restructure because it had never been online and things are changing. So essentially, myself, along with some very intelligent people in the education as well as theology, have come aboard to help me with this. And we were talking recently. I was talking with Reverend Brown, who's the chairman of our U.M.C board, that he's thinking maybe in October we'll go back to campus. Now, that won't necessarily be required, but you should experience it once as a student, but you don't even have to be a student to get to seminary. That was another thing I
Yes,
wanted to do. I wanted to give it to everybody without a hardcore commitment because so many people are learning that. So we're up and running, and you can go look at the classes. Can I just mention a couple of the classes?
please do. Please do.
Okay, so the seminary is 6 days. This time we have 2 6-day sessions and 2 3-day sessions. The 6-day sessions has 3 days of classes
Okay.
for 2 hours. So there's 6-hour classes. Then there's another session of 3 days with 2 classes. This is from 9 to 11 one session and 9 to 11 another session. Metaphysical philosophy, sermon prep and delivery, intuitive development, spiritual marketing and promotion, spiritual row 1, metaphysical ethics, intro to shamanism, the power of diversity and inclusion, church study group planting, spiritual astrology, intuitive development, public speaking, contemporary liturgical preaching, and spiritual tarot 2. There's over 45 classes to choose from. So I'm just so excited, and I urge you to look at the qualification. There's a faculty page. Zoom has allowed us to bring some really uh, deep into metaphysicians who
Yeah.
have formally studied, and it's just amazing,
Yeah.
as you
Reverend,
know.
yeah, Reverend Diane, I had the pleasure of being one of her students this past seminary, Reverend Diane Reese, and just being part of the community because I was an old school, right? I had gone to Roanoke every seminary session, and when everything happened, I was like, I don't know about Zoom. I'm so grateful that I signed up and did my classes through Zoom because it's opened up a whole new community. I also recommend that if people are interested in going down to Roanoke and you're from this area, contact me. We can get a carpool going down the next time I do. Hopefully in October, we'll keep you posted. And I think what I'm going to do, Reverend Sally, is as you said, even if you're just beginning to dabble in metaphysics, there's no commitment with the classes through United Metaphysical Churches. You don't have to be enrolled in a ministerial program. You don't have to be enrolled in any program. You can come in if you're interested in spiritual business and marketing. Okay, take that class. Intro to Tarot, take that class. Or sermon prep and ritual. Whatever it is, there's something for everybody. And wherever you are on your path, there is something for everybody. And that's what really, I guess, sold me on U.M.C. So grateful to be part of it. My goal is, I'll put it right out there, is to become a teacher. As I grow, I would love to go back and become a teacher with United Metaphysical and share this with others. Because for that I was capped. This is the reason why. We're already 25 minutes in. It goes by so quickly. So this is what I'm going to do, Reverend Sally, because there's a lot for us to talk about. I'm going to invite you back for another epic interview. Absolutely. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post the classes that are slated to be available through U.M.C. July Seminary. Also, if you're interested in receiving information about seminary, please email me, and I'll put this in the comments also. You can email me directly at umcseminarynewsletter@gmail.com. So that email, I'm going to put it in the comments later, is umcseminarynewsletter@gmail.com. And that way you get signed up for that. You kind of get into the group, get into the flow. Once a month, you'll find out what's happening within U.M.C. and our community, which includes spiritual activism, which includes Winchester Metaphysical Group, It really is a worldwide community we have now. I'm grateful. I really am. So, for anybody that wants to reach Reverend Sally, Lisa, I want to just make sure it's all up there. Yes, yes, yes. Spiritual Activism group, Facebook group, lots of love and light. You can hop on there and connect. And always through our website, Epic Tri County. So we got everything covered. We got everything covered. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, dear friend. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, thank you. And as we begin to wind this down, I want to thank everybody that's watching now, everybody that'll watch later. And if you find it in your heart, please share this information. Okay. We are a resource. Epic Community is a resource. Reverend Sally is a resource. We are here to serve. We are here to love. We're here to empower. All right. So as you go about your day, all right, be true to who you are. All right. Be true to who you are. Be safe in everything that you do. Have fun, but be safe. Do it safely. Stay tuned till tomorrow. I'll be here with some messages from the animals, the archangels, the oils. And Reverend Sally, you have anything else you want to finish up with?
For spiritual activism, send me an email at sallyknuckles@gmail.com, lowercase, and I'll put you on the weekly newsletter. And thank you, Samantha.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are a spiritual warrior. Thank you.
Thank you. I have good teachers. So it's sallyknuckles@gmail.com. That is up there for all to see. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? It is with lots of love, 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 and a whole bunch of light that we say, peace out, Epic Scouts. Bye.